Revival by Eminem. Marshall Bruce Mathers III was born in St. Joseph, Michigan, but grew up in Detroit's 8 Mile area. Revival is Eminem's first album in 4 years. He fell in love with hip-hop once he heard his first rap song, Reckless, by Ice-T. He started rapping at age 14 with his friend Mike Ruby. After dropping out, him and his friend Proof would sneak into Osborne High School to do freestyle rap battles. He released his debut independent album, Infinite, in 1996. The negative response of Infinite caused him to get angry and form an alter ego, Slim Shady. A demo tape made its way to Jimmy Iovine's office, who then played it for Dr. Dre. Dre signed to M to Aftermath Entertainment. Revival is the 9th album from Eminem. How do we feel about Revival from Eminem?
Revival, man.
9th album.
The album that everybody is crapping on. Look, man. I got scared when I saw Rick Rubin's name. I really did. And I feel like my fears were warranted and proven right a little bit. Because all the songs that he's a part of, I'm not really huge fans of them. You know, Walk on Water, I don't like his minimalistic approach to producing. It does not work for my ears, man. I felt like that's why I didn't care for Uses. I didn't care for Eminem's last album, because all the songs Rick Rubin did on that I didn't care for. It's like he's stuck in this like Beastie Boy thing where he keeps trying to get M to rap on rock songs. It's almost like it's stereotypical at this point. Like, hey, white guy, here, rap on a rock and roll song. Like, shit is whack. Shit is corny. I'm not feeling that. Believe, you were right. You said Walk on Water, the way he ended it, you thought he was going to start spazzing out. Believe came on, Eminem straight goes into murder mode.
Yep.
Straight killing it. I love the change of the flows. Eminem showed you on Rap God that he can rap in any flow that exists.
Right.
And he continues to do that. Chloroseptic. How you say that shit?
Chloroseptic.
Chloroseptic. Featuring Fresher. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious to hear the 2 Chainz verse everybody's saying happened.
There was a 2 Chainz verse on that?
Supposedly there was a 2 Chainz.
I remember them saying there that he had 2 Chainz was working with Eminem, but I didn't know what
that's the
song it was on.
Because apparently Fresher said the 2 Chainz verse went crazy with the song. I'm curious to hear it. Hopefully we'll hear it at some point. But I feel like him and Fresher did their thing. Okay. Untouchable. I'm gonna come back to that because I want to talk about what Joey was talking about on that.
Okay.
River with Ed Sheridan. I actually like that song a lot. Remind Me. That's one of those songs with Rick Rubin. I want to say Eminem is killing it lyrically. But I'm just not a fan of the beat. It's like, it's cheesy.
Yep.
You know, Like Home with Alicia Keys, I was not expecting that. That was a great song.
Yeah.
That was a great use of Alicia Keys. Just Plays on the beat. It's great. Bad Husband with Ex-Ambassador. I don't know why everybody was so scared when they saw Ex-Ambassador, because the last song he did with them was kind of hard. This song was actually really good. I like it a lot. I know you don't care for it, but Tragic Ending, I love it a lot. Some of them bars in there is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she heard R. Kelly with a full bladder, she didn't hear anything else, but she heard that shit and was dying laughing. You know, Framed is really dope. I like this. I like the eeriness of the beat. It's Eminem back in his regular form, having fun. Nowhere Fast with Kehlani. I felt like he was just going for a voice that sounded somewhat like Kehlani's voice. Because it's not like she's the greatest singer or anything like that. No disrespect to her, but it's a cool song.
Okay. And
Heat is another one of those cool songs. Offended is a song I hated the little break. Actually, that's the song where he said the R. Kelly line. Okay. I hated the breaks in the hooks. Like, nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Like, it was annoying because the beat was so hard and the way he was rapping, he was killing it. It was like, it was almost like he was rapping kind of like Rap God, and how the beat sped up at the end and he started speeding up with the beat. And then it go back to that, nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. It's like, it's funny, but at the same time, there's a line in my mind where you got to draw when you're having fun and you're rapping, and it's just like Eminem is one of the best rappers ever.
Gotcha. And
it's like the joking on that song kind of just took me out of it. Need Me featuring Pink, I love that song.
Great song.
Like when M and Pink get together and make songs. Anybody that's hating on Pink's, fuck you, suck a dick, and go listen to her last album before this one that just came out, because it's one of the best albums. It's got some of the dopest songs you'll hear.
There you go.
From somebody that does pop music. Shit is crazy. In Your Head, it's pretty good. Castles is a really good song. I really like that song a lot. I like how it ended and how it came back around on A Rose.
Yeah.
A Rose is a really good song. This is one of the songs I did like that Rick Rubin actually did. And it's pretty much an apology to Haley
Yeah.
for basically, well, actually, that's what Castle is. Basically, they built the castle and now they're stuck in it. And he's basically apologizing to her for the fact that she's going to be followed by cameras and everything pretty much for the rest of her life, and there's nothing she can do about it.
Yep.
It's crazy. But overall, man, I don't think this album is as bad as everybody is saying it is. I think a lot of people are just tripping. People are just mad for no fucking reason these days. Like, seriously.
I agree.
And I generally just don't like the songs that Rick Rubin did. I feel like they were cheesy. And I get this joint a B. I thought it was dope. Cool. Now go ahead and murder it, man.
No, you wanted to go back and touch Untouchables?
Oh shit, yeah, man. On Untouchables, I'm glad you said something because I sure as hell forget. Untouchable is a song where he's basically talking about white privilege and basically, you know, growing up black. And I guess he would understand that just because he grew up around so many black people and he was in a poor neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm and I do feel like the beat is cheesy.
Okay.
And the hook is cheesy.
Okay.
You know, white boy, you're a rock star. It was just like, yo, come on. But nobody can say anything about Eminem's lyrical ability and his ability to convey how he's feeling and what he's trying to say.
I agree.
He fucking killed that. It had a lot of valid points. I love the whole, you don't got to be, you know, you're going to have to carry a gun unless you want to get Captain America like Steve Rogers. And like, he's got like a lot of bars like that on this album. But, you know, Joey was saying it's the worst song he ever heard. It's basically, you know, somebody at the label is trying to capitalize on the temperature, and I can see why he would say that, but at the same time, I didn't get that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jordan Lucas said it. A lot of people say it. You know what I'm saying? You need white allies to actually point out the stuff, because when black people say it, they don't actually listen. They just think, you know, you're crying about it. And I thought Eminem did a good job conveying that. Now, hook and beat wise, does that make it a great song? No. I love the content on the song. But you're not going to sit up here and say that's the worst song you ever fucking heard in your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely not it. That song is actually really fucking dope. Yeah. And, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Joe. And there's a beat up here, and I feel like it might be the joint with Alicia Keys, Like Home, that it just sounds like something Joe Buttons would use on like a mood music. Or maybe it's Castle. I can't remember right now, but that's it for now.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not like everybody else and just wanted to shit on this album. I thought it was overall a great album, but my problem is with Eminem, he's always been an artist that he can immediately grab my attention, you know, make me want to listen, make me want to stay in tune. And with this album here and there, I found myself not getting bored, but just not staying focused on Eminem himself. And I was just thinking, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was, like you said, the production choices he had on the album. I don't know if it's just Eminem's not rapping in the same kind of tone as I'm used to him rapping in. And like, I know artists grow. Artists are not going to always stay the same and everything like that. So I don't want to come off as all these people like, oh, Eminem's a pop star now. He's not a hip-hop artist.
He's been a pop star for years now.
That's the thing. I'm not on that tip. But what I'm on is just that, in my opinion, I didn't really connect with Eminem on this album like I usually do. Like, you know, not saying like, oh, I relate to you or nothing like that. But Eminem's always struck me as an artist that can make me feel something immediately. Like, I'll just have to listen to the track once and be like, damn, okay, cool. But on this one, I kind of felt like it started off strong, you know, 1 through 4. And then after that, it kind of just slowed down a little bit, then picked up again right back at Revival, and then kind of slowed down a bit. It just kept going up and down for me. And that's the only problem I really have with the album. Now, I love his lyrical content on the album. I still think Eminem is giving you bars. Like, that's one thing. You can't not listen to this album and say Eminem is not giving you bars, because he is. I think people are just too distracted by the features and, you know, the production and this and this and that. No, Eminem is still giving you bars. There's not a track on here that Eminem is not wasting his breath on. So all you people that's talking about Eminem's lost it and everything, y'all need to just shut the fuck up. That's not it. Eminem still has it, and he will always have it. It's just that he's in a different place of mind. He's in a different space. And I think we as the fans need to respect that. We're not always going to get Slim Shady. We're not always going to get, you know, different types of Eminem that you want. If you want to get that type of Eminem, go back and listen to the old albums. But I thought this was overall solid album in its own respect. My like standouts would have to be Chloroseptic, Believe, Untouchable, Like Home, Frame, Nowhere Fast, Offended, and Need Me, and Castle. So like I generally like most of the album. It was just some points of the album on the few songs here and there that I just wasn't really vibing with. So I gave it a B-. Now,
God
in my respect,
damn, if that ain't the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's kind of low for me for an Eminem, so that's why I was like, I'm not shitting on it, but you know, anytime I listen to an Eminem project, it's like a B+ or an A. So
no, recovery. I mean, recovery. No, not relapse.
It was straight to me. I didn't shit
Relapse?
on that. I didn't shit on that album like a lot of people did. So that's just me as a fan. But yeah, I thought it was a solid album. It was just a few things that I was disappointed about. But once I picked it up to it, listened to it again, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I just think we just need to stop. You know, that's why I think artists don't need a release track list no more. You know, just drop the album. That's one part of the reason why I don't listen to singles no more, because when a single, like I told you, I listened to Untouchables until it came out, is because so many people judge an album based on a single, and I hate that. But we just need to stop judging artists, man, based on how they are perceived at the moment. And you know, track lists, just, you know, if you love the artist, love the artist.
Yeah. Eminem came in there and he killed it, and I don't feel like people should make a big deal of the track list, as you say. I mean, because I don't feel there's anything wrong with any of the guests.
Not at all.
None of the guest features I heard, and I was just like, I mean, Beyonce's was kind of like not needed per se.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand why it was there. It said Adele was supposed to do it.
Oh,
initially.
really?
Yeah.
Yo, that would have been crazy.
I don't think it would have been as much more crazy
I'm
than
just saying,
Beyonce did.
I like Adele. That's dope. I didn't know that. That's really crazy.
Hey. But yeah, M did his thing on this, and everybody is tripping.
Yeah.
Yo, you looking for TV reviews, music reviews, movie reviews? Then check out the only reviews that matter, man.
Yeah, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notifications and stay tuned.